Mathematics is one of the difficult subjects for both students and teachers in most of the schools because of several factors. Many students fail this subject or do not have interest. Maths does not have to be hard, as there are simple calculations that one can perform mentally to be good at the subject. Maths subject includes a set of mathematical processes that involves number sense. Number sense is defined as having a general understanding of numbers and operations, along with an ability and inclination to use this understanding in flexible ways. It also includes the understanding of mathematical principles such as associative and commutative properties and computational skills. Mental math is an ability to calculate and get a correct answer without using pencil and paper or any other electronic devices. Traditionally, mental arithmetic has been used as a generic term for all mental calculations. Mental computation is considered to be a more creative activity than the traditional mental arithmetic, where the focus was primarily on the correctness of answers rather than the mental methods employed. It is most common form of computation used in everyday life. It is used for quick calculations and estimations, but is more than mental arithmetic. For many years, mental computation has been confused with mental arithmetic. Mental computation is based upon the practical approach. It develops children's understanding and promotes metacognition. Mental arithmetic is based on the quick and accurate recall of number facts and relies mainly upon the skill of child's memory. Mental arithmetic skills have a significant place in modern classroom if teachers and students are aware of the important link they have with mental computation. One of the major aims of school math curriculum is to strive to assist each child to gain a level of numeracy essential for successful participation in schooling, in work and in everyday life. A major part of achieving this goal is through providing children with mental computation skills. Mental computation is arguably one of the most used mathematical skills that children take with them in their lives. Various researchers suggest that adults use mental computation for over 3/4 of all their calculations, and written calculation and calculator use are each involved in less than 15% of all calculations. This leads one to question the significant amount of teaching time that is directed towards the introduction and practice of algorithms. Therefore, if schools are preparing children to tackle life, then their focus should be on mental computation. Mental computation comes naturally. Teachers rarely value this and often rush children into using the written algorithm. This can cause children to stop their intuitive thinking strategies and blindly follow the perspective steps of algorithm. Clearly, the introduction of written algorithm can have alarming consequences on children's learning. Therefore, the timing of this needs to be carefully considered by schools. The later the algorithm is introduced, the better for children. Now, let us look into 4 essential components to do mathematical computation. The affective component represents the emotional aspect of an individual. In this component, the individual should recognize the importance of mental computation. This affective component in students will gradually increase the interest in performing mental calculations. Also, this will help students to display confidence in ability to calculate mentally. Further, their confidence will lead them to solve math problems. The next conceptual component related to an understanding of the basis of process for calculating exact answers mentally. While performing calculations, students have to determine on which method of calculation is the most appropriate one. This depends on the nature of the operation, the degree of precision required and the level of confidence felt with regard to the mathematics embedded in the situation. The essential competencies of this component include recognizing arithmetical contexts for which mental computation is appropriate, accepting more than one strategy for obtaining an exact answer mentally, and also recognizing that appropriateness of a strategy depends on context of the calculation. The third important component is related to concepts and skills of mental computation. It includes the ability to translate a problem into a more mentally manageable form. Some of the tactics that are used includes understanding and applying place value concepts, recalling basic facts related to the 4 operations, operating with multiplies and powers of 10, and then to compose and decompose numbers and express them in a variety of ways. In addition to these tactics, one can also link numeration, operation and relation symbols in meaningful ways and use a wide range of relationships between numbers including whole numbers, fractions, decimals and percents. Further, it allows recognizing the need for and undertaking compensations necessitated by transformations to the numbers involved. The fourth component, that is heuristic strategies based upon relational understanding, rely on relational knowledge. This knowledge allows an individual to know not only what method worked, but why. This understanding depends on the person's propositional and procedural knowledge. There are various heuristic strategies like decomposition, compensation, organization and quadratic distributions that can be adopted which uses relational understanding. Now, I will discuss some of these strategies with examples. For example, during addition and subtraction, add or subtract parts of the first or second number. That is, addition of 34 and 48 can be done in 2 steps. First step is to add 30 and 48 and then to add 4 to 78 to get the total sum of 82. Likewise, in addition of 46 and 38, first step is to add 46 and 30 and then to add 8 to 76 to get the total sum of 84. In the next strategy of compensation, 28 and 29 can be added by considering it as 30 plus 30 and then subtracted by compensating numbers of 2 and 1 to get the answer of 57. In the next strategy of organization, uses of 5s, 10s, 100s is capitalized. After splitting the numbers and doing initial calculation, work is to be done from the left while adding 50 and 34. Initial addition of 50 and 30 is carried out and then remaining numbers of 8 and 4 is added to get total sum of 92. In case of mental analog of standard written algorithm, work is to be done from the right hand side of the problem which is to be solved. Let us consider the same example of adding 58 and 34 which we worked out for the previous strategy. Here in the first step 4 and 8 is added and in the second step 5 and 3 added. The solution from both steps is added together to get the final answer of 92. In calculating multiplications, general factoring can be used to simplify the steps involved. Multiplication of 60 and 15 is carried out by multiplying 60 with factors of 15. In this case, 60 is multiplied with 3 and 5 to get the answer of 900. In calculation of multiplications, aliquot parts can be used. An aliquot part is an integer that is an exact divisor of some quantity. For example, 4 is an aliquot part of 12. Let us consider the multiplication of 25 and 48. 25 is an aliquot of 100, therefore, 25 can be replaced with 100 divided by 4. Now, 48 into 100 divided by 4 is rewritten as 48 divided by 4 into 100. Thus, the problem is solved in simple steps to get the answer of 1200. In the strategy of additive distribution, distributive principle is used. Let us consider the example of 64 divided by 4. By distributive principle, 64 is split into 60 and 4. Therefore, 64 divided by 4 is considered as 60 by 4 plus 4 by 4. This gives the solution of 16. Likewise, the subtractive distribution, let us consider the example of multiplication of 8 with 999. 999 is replaced with 1000 minus 1 and 8 into 100 minus 1 is rewritten as 8 into 1000 minus 8 into 1. This gives a solution of 7992. Now, let us look into the importance of mental arithmetic abilities. The emphasis on mental arithmetic contributes to the development of students' ability to use 4 arithmetic rules in high speed to obtain solutions without the use of any tools. Also, by this skill, one can acquire great concentration levels, listening skills, creative skills and memory skills. Further, they will get mastery over ingenious ways of manipulating numbers. Above all, it paves ways to develop personal traits like independent thinking, self-confidence and endurance. Also, it allows to a deeper understanding of structures of numbers and their properties. It promotes creative and independent thinking that enhances skills and strategies associated with problem solving and computational estimation. Computational estimation is an essential skill in the efficient use of electronic calculating devices. Many students often assume that learning mental arithmetic is merely a method to improve speed and accuracy of calculations. For example, multiplying 7365 with 2395 within a few seconds will be an amazing accomplishment for most young children. However, there is more to this because when children are learning mental math, they are actually also undergoing the process of developing other aspects of mind. When children have acquired an astonishing calculation speed, it is actually only the end result of having developed the mental abilities like concentration, observation, visualization and imagination and memory. Let us have a look on these aspects. Concentration is the concentrated and directed attention towards a particular matter with clear reflection that creates a deep image and mental impression. An enhanced concentration leads to better absorption power. Studying will then be a joyful thing for children. Observation is the ability to compare and analyze and differentiate objects, motives and steps. It is also a state of alertness of the mind and senses. This comes from the need to understand the theoretical requirements of each calculation and at the same time be aware of the time and promptings from the teachers. By using the imagination of the right brain to visualize the numbers in mind, inevitably the powers of visualization would become sharp and clear. Einstein believes that imagination is important than knowledge because imagination is the main source of undiscovered knowledge. We all know that memory is the ability to store and retrieve information and experiences. It has been found that memory in the left brain would not stay long, but an image that is recorded in the right brain would stay on in the mind forever. By stimulating the right brain with mental arithmetic and in combination with the alertness of eyes, ears and hands, the ability to store and recall is developed together. There are various specific benefits of mental arithmetic ability to students. First and foremost, it sharpens the mind and increases mental agility and intelligence. This will be evident to anyone who has practiced or taught mental calculation. It enhances the precision of thought. Numbers and other mathematical objects are unbiased, giving only one correct answer to which everyone will agree without any contradiction. Dealing intimately with numbers in mental calculation cultivates fine and careful thinking. It enhances the ability to retain several ideas at once, so they can be compared and combined as one is practicing to hold the sum in mind while operating on some figures. Since numbers are absolutely dependable and reliable, calculation promotes confidence. In particular, mental calculation creates confidence in oneself and in one's capability. We all should accept that mental calculation is a delight to mind. The intrinsic qualities, relationships and beauty of numbers and the way in which they create new numbers out of themselves is a source of great enjoyment. Also, mental calculation leads naturally to innovation and invention of new methods which develops the students' natural creativity. There are lots of practical uses of mental calculations as everyone needs to make quick on the spot calculations from time to time. Thus, we can see that mental arithmetic has so many advantages. It really brings mathematics to life by providing motivation and strength to the mind. There are certain principles that support teaching of mental computation to students. Teachers shall commit regular time for teaching mental calculation strategies and provide practice time with frequent opportunities for children to work out. They can introduce practical approaches with models and images. Also, they can engage children in discussion when they explain methods and strategies to their peers. In addition, teachers should ensure that children can confidently add and subtract any pair of two-digit numbers mentally, using strategies to help them wherever necessary. Further, they shall teach a mental strategy explicitly and invite children to suggest an approach and to explain their methods of solution to the rest of the class. This is similar to peer tutoring approach. It is also important to help children to describe and visualize the method working in mental calculation. This can be achieved by providing suitable equipment for children to manipulate and explore. We have seen the principles of teaching mental calculation. Next, we will move on to know how to enhance mental arithmetic abilities. When calculating mentally, students can select from a range of strategies depending on the numbers used. As they develop their list of strategies, students select those that are more efficient and effective for them. Frequent practice is required to develop competence and confidence. There are certain methods which can be used to practice and learn mental calculations. Let us briefly discuss them one by one. Memorizing tables is one of the oldest methods to learn mental maths. This has worked well over the years as it has been used by many students. It helps one to make simple multiplication problems. Although it is an effective process, it has limitations, especially when dealing with large numbers. This is because most tables deal with two-digit numbers. Abacus is one of the formal methods of learning maths. In abacus is a manual aid to calculating. It consists of beads or discs that can be moved up and down on a series of sticks or strings within a wooden frame. This teaches students to practice basic calculations like subtraction, division, addition and multiplication. Here students are able to deal with the calculation of even larger numbers. It is also possible to come up with square roots and squares of some problems. However, calculating squares depends on division or multiplication. The next method is Vedic mental math. This trick uses old scriptures that were used in India to teach the math subject. No tools are used to teach here. This is a more advanced mode of learning as students not only learn simple calculations but also learn complex math like geometry, statistics and algebra. This helps them to solve complex and advanced problems with ease. Story problems is another important mental maths activity in which students can be involved. It should be on situational stories and students should be encouraged to work them out mentally. They require more thought for the answer to be processed as well as mimicking the manner in which math is used in real life situations. Also, one can consider various games, humor and puzzle activities to enhance mental arithmetic skills. Let us have a look into applications of mental arithmetic skills to solve problems in mathematics. While carrying out addition and subtraction of numbers, the image of number line helps them to appreciate the idea of counting forwards and backwards. For example, in the addition of 47 and 58, count on 50 from 47, then 3 to 100, then 5 to 105. 124 minus 47. Similarly, in the subtraction of 47 from 124, count back 40 from 124, then 4 to 80, then 3 to 77. In the next application of reordering, a calculation can be more easily worked out by changing the order of the numbers. The way in which children rearrange numbers in a particular calculation will depend on which number facts they can recall or derive quickly. It is important for children to know when numbers can be reordered. For example, while calculating 2 plus 5 plus 8, it can be reordered as 8 plus 2 plus 5, and 15 plus 8 minus 5 can be reordered as 15 minus 5 plus 8 to simplify the calculation. Also, they should know when numbers can't be reordered. Example, 8 minus 5 is not equal to 5 minus 8. The strategy of changing the order of numbers applies mainly when the question is written down. It is more difficult to reorder numbers if the question is presented orally. Another important application of mental arithmetic is partitioning. It is essential for children to know that numbers can be partitioned using hundreds, tens and ones. For example, 326 can be separated as 300 plus 20 plus 6. In this way, numbers are seen as a whole rather than as a collection of single digits in columns. This way of partitioning numbers is a useful strategy for adding and subtracting pairs of numbers. Both numbers can be partitioned, although it is often helpful to keep the first number as it is and to partition just the second number. Compensating is an application which is useful for adding and subtracting numbers that are close to a multiple of 10, such as numbers that end in 1 or 2 or 8 or 9. The number to be added or subtracted is rounded to a multiple of 10 plus or minus a small number. In the addition of 38 and 68, 38 is added to 70 and then subtracted by 2. In subtraction of 78 from 95, 80 is subtracted from 95 and then added with 2. If children have instant recall of doubles, they can use this information when adding two numbers that are very close to each other. Here, by knowing that 6 plus 6 is equal to 12, it can be used to help them to find 7 plus 6 rather than use a counting on strategy or bridging through 10. For example, 76 plus 75 is double 76 minus 1 or double 75 plus 1. The last application which we are going to see now is fractions, decimals and percentages. Children need an understanding of how fractions, decimals and percentages relate to each other. For example, if they know that 1 by 2, 0.5 and 50% are all different ways of representing the same part of a whole, they can see that the calculations half of 40, 1 by 2 into 40, 40 into 1 by 2, 40 into 0.5, 0.5 into 40, 50% of 40 are all different versions of the same calculation. Sometimes it might be easier to work with fractions, sometimes with decimals and sometimes with percentages. Thus, in order to calculate mentally, students should be involved in recognizing and organizing the facts of the problem and should keep numbers in mind as they think about the problem. Finally, they should perform necessary arithmetical process without paper and pencil and reach decision about the problem. I trust skills learned in this lesson can be used to solve basic arithmetic problems. Knowledge acquired through various strategies which we have discussed will enhance mental arithmetic calculations. Hope you all have benefited from this lesson. Thank you.